How's everyone doing? And I am pretty stoned right now, I can't lie, because I smoked a HSC joint. It was a while back, but it was like maybe a half hour ago, maybe, or some shit, because yeah, and it's still affecting me and still pretty high. But anyways, in this video I'm gonna be talking about Donnie from Ninja Turtles. Now, I made a video on like Mordecai and Simon, how I thought they were two of the most biggest simps. They basically had no purpose in life. Their purpose, their number one goal, like the equivalent to a number one trophy for winning a race would be getting woman, and that's basically all they lived for, except for Mordecai, who was in, the only other thing Mordecai had going for him was working at the park, some, basically minimum wage 9 to 5 job. But at least he and Rigby got a free house, which does seem like a bargain. I can't lie. You get a free gaff for this working summer. That seems pretty good, but yeah, full time also would still suck balls. And then Simon, who's basically just going to school, and did he end up going? I think he did end up going to college actually. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically all they were doing apart from school and work. And I didn't think this at the time. Big burp. I didn't think this at the time, but Donnie is also a pretty huge simp. I can't lie. Watching some episodes of Ninja Turtles again, I know there are moments where Donnie, he really just couldn't help but gravitate towards April O'Neil as if she was a black hole and he was in space. Because this guy, there are times where he only do shit for April, who he get mad or nervous if April doesn't like him. Like, there's an episode actually. There's an episode where at the start he's sparring Raphael, and then Raphael fucks him up because Donnie, he gets distracted because she gives him a smile, and that's just like a shift to him at this point. And then when he actually does beat Raph, but then he gets distracted, and then Raph just sweeps him, and he flips him onto the ground, and then Donnie just gets mad at him later on and be like, yo, so why didn't you just let me fist your ass with my stick to impress April earlier on? Like, you could have really just fucked yourself just for me, bro. And then he's like, wait, you want to get with April? This fucking guy, so yeah, he wanted Raph to lose on purpose just so he could rizz up April. And to be fair, I am not gonna lie, Raph does have a pretty good point of why would April ever go out with him if he's just a big mutant turtle? The closest thing that she would actually think he was is probably a furry or some cosplayer, but he's not. He's actually a mutant turtle. So yeah, no, I don't think she'd go out with you, bro. The best bet for Donnie or whatever is probably just to go find another mutant baddie or some shit, because yeah, I feel like it's the only way it's gonna work. I mean, hey, it worked out for Raph. I mean, he met some space lizard, and yeah, now they're kind of a thing. So April is not gonna work out for you, buddy. And there's in that episode, he doesn't really get that message. He doesn't really understand that April's not the one. April will never fuck me. He rescues her dad just for her, and all he got for risking his life fighting a big, massive ass immortal lizard who looks like he's gone to the gym since he popped out the womb. Also, that lizard was some big ass lizard monster and had some alien tech. And then later on in the series, it was so OP, it got teleportation powers and electricity powers. So yeah, Donnie nearly risked his life against that guy. He nearly got bombed as well when he was running with her dad O'Neil. I don't know what his first name is. And all he ever got, it wasn't even a kiss or anything. He just got a hug, and that's it. And bro actually fell over. I'm like, Jesus Christ. To be fair, April is probably the only woman he's ever seen. So maybe, I don't know, he just would want anything from her. I guess even her just being around would be enough for him, because then he'd be able to sniff her particles in there and get high off that. It definitely just kind of strike me as that guy, like he would sniff her seat. But anyways, there's another one as well. Actually, he wants to secure this, right? He wants to secure this goal of getting with April, getting April to like him back and shit. So there's an episode where he makes a timetable or a sketch or some schedule thing, pretty much, where he can just calculate this shit like Tony Stark and prepare for trying basically he's trying to find out the future like Doctor Strange. He's trying to see into a different timelines that he did in Endgame. And he was basically doing that with the schedule thing. He's preparing for all the responses she would say, how he responded to them, what he would do in that moment. It's some pretty insane simp behavior vibes over here. So yeah, that's insane as well. Needing to prepare just to talk to a woman. For every response, you just need to have it made up into your head. That is like max. That's just overthinking final boss over here. This man's an overthinking demon. So and then yeah, actually, Donnie, I just noticed he just simp for April. He'd do shit for April as well. Like he tried to impress April any chance he get. Actually, Casey Jones, another character, is actually pretty good in the Ninja Turtles 2012. I think he's a pretty sick character. He's also some fighter as well. He's able to fucking go Raph. He's able to go for a good bit with Raph. But anyways, Donnie started having beef with Casey as soon as he found out as soon as he found out he was friends with April, because he's like in constant competition with Casey, because Casey's also trying to go out with April, so they're like constantly bickering, and it's like, no, I get Ginger Woman. It's like, no, I get Ginger Woman. They're both like arguing over her, like that one Family Guy episode where Peter and the boys argue over a trophy. That's pretty much what they were treating her like. But I would say Casey probably did just treat her like one of the boys, and then Donnie just gave her so much more special attention. He was acting like she was a queen and he was a slave or some shit. It was crazy. But yeah, that was also another thing. He hated Casey because he was friends with April, and Donnie wanted April instead of Casey, but it's like, be more realistic for her to go to April. A comic book actually where I done a video on Oroko Hitoko, I don't know, Poco Loco, I don't know what his name is, but it's this character in this comic book called Ninja Turtles Last Ronin, and it's this fan made like comic book series that for number one killed off all the four turtles at the end. Little fucking bastard just decided to make his own fan made spin off of the turtles, and he just kills them all and replaces them with different turtles. Ain't no fucking way bro did that. You killed one of the best turtles in one of the best TV shows, and you're just like, fuck you. Basically just like putting Tipex all over your page and just making it your own blank canvas, man. What the hell? That is just disrespectful as fuck in my opinion, and I did not like how he done that. I was considering buying the other comics, but after finding out all the turtles die and they get replaced by like their own different fucking doppelgangers, their own skinwalkers, I was like, nah, I don't really want to buy any of the other comic books anymore, because it's not even the same turtles. It's like I won't even know if their personalities are that great. The thing I loved about the four like turtles in 2012 and the turtles in general is that their personalities were fucking solid. I loved each and every one of them. They had like their own flaws, but they also had their own qualities as well. But then bro just decides to, yeah, let's just like pretend they never existed, right? I rub them out as if they're drawings on a page. And then I'll write my own shit, shitting all over the Ninja Turtle characters. Wiping my ass with them, pretty much. Why won't this charger fucking work? There we go. Jesus Christ, you have to do some, like, hidden configuration, some passcode method, like, those pattern passcodes on fucking phones? Yeah, you have to do some shit like that to just get it at the right angle just for it to charge. Fucking ass. But, what the fuck was I talking about? I was talking about the Ninja Turtles Last One. Oh yeah, in that comics actually, Casey Jones and April actually end up getting married, which I thought is pretty realistic. Something realistic that he done. That comic was good overall. I just don't like what he did afterwards. But yeah, I had a slight tangent about the comic. But anyways, yeah, that was just me talking about Donnie. I really should have included him with Simon and Mordecai. I didn't think at the time, but hey, I still managed to make a video out of him. But yeah, see you later.